Welcome to Ancient Secrets channel, where timeless wisdom meets modern strength. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt truly calm? Not numb, not distracted, but fully present, unshaken, focused, and grounded. In a world that pushes you to react fast, prove your worth, and keep up appearances, calm can feel like a weakness, but the ancient Stoics believed the opposite. Calm is strength. Calm is strategy. Calm is what keeps you in control when everything around you isn't. In this video, you'll discover 12 powerful Stoic tactics that will help you build unshakable calm, even in the middle of chaos. These lessons were forged through hardship by emperors, soldiers, and philosophers who faced life at its harshest and still stood tall. So take a deep breath, clear your mind, and let's begin the journey where real power begins, on the inside. Number 1. Calm is your greatest weapon. When Navy pilot James Stockdale was shot down during the Vietnam War, he didn't just lose his aircraft, he lost his freedom. For 7 years, he endured isolation, torture, and humiliation in a prison camp. But he survived, not because of brute force, but because he mastered the one thing his captors couldn't touch: his mind. Stockdale lived by the Stoic principle. It's not what happens to you, but how you respond that matters. He even created a secret code of resistance among prisoners to keep their spirits alive. While others broke under pressure, he stayed composed. That wasn't luck, it was discipline. He chose calm over chaos, clarity over collapse. His story reminds us that if you can control your mind, you can survive anything. So the question is, what challenge are you letting shake you today that a stronger mindset could conquer? Number 2, you always control your response. Storms will come, people will disappoint, plans will unravel. But here's the Stoic truth: your reaction is always within your control. It's easy to explode, blame, or spiral when life hits hard. But that's the path of the untrained mind. The Stoics trained themselves to pause, to observe the urge to react, and then to choose a response rooted in reason, not emotion. That's true power. So next time you feel disrespected, overwhelmed, or pulled into someone else's chaos, stop. Ask yourself, does this deserve my energy? When you control your response, you control your reality. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire and still reminded himself daily to master his emotions. If he could do it in ancient Rome, we can do it in rush hour traffic, arguments, and uncertainty. Reaction is instinct. Response is wisdom. Number 3, let go of what you can't control. Trying to control everything is like trying to hold water in your hands. It slips through no matter how tightly you grip. Life doesn't follow your plan. People won't always act how you want, and that's okay. Naval Ravikant said it best. Suffering comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. Things you control, your thoughts, actions, and choices. And things you don't, like weather, other people, or outcomes. The more you focus on what's outside your control, the more powerless you feel. But shift that focus inward, and your power returns. Ask yourself, am I wasting energy on things I can't change? What would happen if I released that pressure and focused only on what I can influence? Sometimes freedom is just one surrender away. 4. Train calmness in small moments. Calm isn't built in crisis. It's built in the quiet moments that come before. You train it when your coffee spills, when your partner is late, when the internet cuts out mid-meeting. These are your practice rounds. If you lose control over eggs on the floor, how will you handle heartbreak, layoffs, or real loss? The Stoics used daily annoyances as training for life's bigger storms. They believed every small moment was a chance to strengthen the mind. So instead of snapping at the next delay, try smiling, try breathing. Remind yourself, this is my training ground. The more you practice staying composed in the ordinary, the more natural it becomes when the extraordinary challenges arrive. Calm isn't something you call on, it's something you condition daily. 5. Gratitude rewires your brain. Gratitude isn't about ignoring your problems, It's about changing the way your mind handles them. Neuroscientists at UC Berkeley discovered that people who wrote down 3 things they were grateful for every day developed stronger emotional regulation and clearer thinking. Why? Because gratitude activates the prefrontal cortex, the brain's center for reasoning and calm. Stoic thinkers like Seneca said, "It is not happiness that makes us grateful, but gratitude that makes us happy." Start small. Be thankful for a warm meal, a quiet moment, or a stranger's kindness. Say thank you in the morning, even if it feels silly. At night, write 3 good things. Over time, you'll notice your focus shift. Less anxiety, more clarity. Gratitude doesn't change your circumstances, but it transforms your experience of them. And that can make all the difference. 6. Your thoughts shape your world. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." And modern psychology agrees. What you focus on mentally becomes the filter for your reality. A friend of mine was diagnosed with a serious illness. Every morning he'd wake up and think, "What if it gets worse?" Until one day he tried something different. He began each day with a question. "What's one thing I'm excited for today?" His condition didn't change, but his life did. He found peace in presence. Stoicism teaches us this. We don't control everything, but we always control the narrative in our mind. Are you telling yourself a story that makes you stronger or weaker? Choose thoughts that support the life you want, because every outcome begins as an idea. Your reality isn't just built by what happens. It's built by what you notice. Walk down the street and ask yourself, what do I see? The problems or the potential? One person sees delays, trash, angry people. Another sees sunlight, architecture, opportunity, same street, different focus. That's the Stoic insight. Where your attention goes, your life follows. If you're always feeding your mind with outrage, comparison, and noise, you'll feel overwhelmed, no matter what's happening. But if you choose to focus on growth, stillness, and perspective, you change your emotional world. Try a mental reset. Unfollow toxic content, mute chaos, seek out ideas that elevate. Your attention is your soul's compass. Don't hand it over to the loudest distraction. Choose to focus where peace lives, and you'll start to feel it too. 8. Rest is strategy, not laziness. In a world that glorifies non-stop hustle, rest is often seen as weakness. But the Stoics knew otherwise. Seneca wrote, "Even the sharpest sword needs rest." Think about your phone. What happens if you never charge it? It dies. Your mind works the same. When you push through exhaustion, your thoughts become foggy, your reactions emotional, and your patience disappears. But when you rest intentionally, your clarity returns. Modern neuroscience confirms that sleep and stillness sharpen decision-making, memory, and emotional regulation. Rest isn't a break from success, it's the fuel that powers it. So build a nighttime routine. Log off early. Let your brain breathe. Stop treating rest like failure. A rested mind doesn't slow down. It sharpens its blade for the next challenge. That's how you stay powerful and precise. 9. Mornings define your strength. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Wake up to chaos, news, emails, notifications, and you'll feel behind before breakfast. But start with stillness, and you lead the day instead of chasing it. Marcus Aurelius began each morning in silence, journaling his thoughts and intentions. You can do the same. No phone for 30 minutes. Make your bed. Breathe. Write. Stretch. Even 5 focused minutes can change your mood, your mindset, and your momentum. Dr. Rangan Chatterjee's research shows that intentional morning routines significantly reduce stress and boost focus. So ask yourself, are you reacting to the day or directing it? You don't need to overhaul your life. Just begin with purpose, because calm mornings create strong minds, and strong minds are hard to shake. 10. What you visualize, you build. Your mind doesn't know the difference between a real experience and a vividly imagined one. That's why visualization is so powerful. When you picture yourself succeeding, speaking confidently, handling conflict, staying calm, Your brain starts preparing for it as if it's already real. Athletes use this before games. Stoics used it before challenges. Marcus Aurelius visualized loss, hardship, and setbacks. Not to invite them, but to prepare with grace. So ask yourself, what do I want to build? Then close your eyes and see it, feel it, walk through the steps. The clearer your vision, the clearer your path. Surround yourself with images, sounds, and words that reflect your values. When you train your mind to see success, your actions naturally begin to follow. See it first, then live it. 11. Use your hands to calm your mind. Sometimes the mind is too loud to quiet with thoughts. That's when you use your hands. Leonardo da Vinci didn't just think, he sketched, carved, built. The Stoics didn't just write, they practiced physical labor to ground themselves. When anxiety loops in your brain, stop trying to think it away. Instead, act. Cook, clean, fix, garden, write by hand, build something. Doing brings peace when thinking won't. This isn't about productivity, it's about presence. When your hands are busy with purpose, your mind settles. It reconnects to reality. So next time you're overwhelmed, don't reach for your phone. Reach for something physical. Let your hands lead your heart back to center. The most powerful form of meditation isn't always stillness. Sometimes it's motion with intention. 12. Silence isn't emptiness, it's power. Silence can feel awkward, even scary. But that's only because we're not used to it. We fill our days with noise, scrolling, streaming, talking, not realizing we're running from ourselves. But the Stoics embraced silence as a tool. Seneca wrote that we suffer more in our thoughts than in reality, and in silence, those thoughts become clearer. Studies at Duke University show that time spent in silence activates powerful parts of the brain responsible for insight and memory. It's not inactivity, it's inner activity. So turn off the background noise, sit quietly, go for a walk without music. Let your thoughts surface and then sort themselves out. You might be surprised what you find, because silence isn't emptiness. It's space for healing, for thinking, for becoming. If you want clarity, start with quiet. Outro. Choose calm, choose power. You've just learned 12 timeless Stoic tactics, tools for building calm, power, and presence in a chaotic world. But knowledge alone doesn't change you. Action does. Every moment you feel triggered, tested, or tossed by life, that's your cue to practice. Not to be perfect, but to be prepared. So if this message resonated with you, don't let it fade. Type, "I choose calm" in the comments to declare your mindset. Subscribe to join our community of thinkers and doers, and share this with someone who needs more strength in stillness. Remember, calm isn't something you wait for, it's something you become. And every deep breath, every steady step you take proves you're already on the path. Until next time, stay focused, stay grounded,